Students spend a lot of time writing. They write stories, they write reports and research papers, they write poetry. But with help from arts partners, students at 3 schools got the opportunity to write something a little bit different. They wrote songs. Arts Partners artist Aaron Fowler, a singer and songwriter, worked with students from 3 different schools representing 3 different age groups: 5th graders from Linwood Elementary, 8th graders from Horace Mann Dual Language Magnet, and juniors from Heights High School, as they took part in a project called Lyrical Connections. At each school, the students enjoy getting a chance to work on a project with someone other than their teachers.
It's a very inspirational thing because Mr. Fowler, he doesn't know us, and he just came right on in and just started singing and playing his guitar. So it really inspires you to do what he's doing.
When I met Mr. Fowler, I just thought like, oh wow, this guy is wacky, you know, I'm not gonna do this. But like, he got me into like actually writing about my life and telling everyone about it and expressing myself.
He made up songs for us, and it was just cool.
All the students worked on the same basic project, writing an original song. But since Mr. Fowler was working with different age groups focusing on different educational standards, the project looked different at each school. At Linwood, each of 4 5th grade classes read books about standing up for yourself and being who you are meant to be. Then, each class wrote a song, retelling one of the stories.
Instead of retelling it into a paragraph, you retell it into a song. It's kind of like we read a story and we took like keywords out of the story and put them into a song and made beats to it.
You had all these details and you have to choose just the right ones for the song.
At Horace Mann, the project was a little bit different. There, 8th grade students were asked to write a song about a hero. Students worked on their own, with some students writing about their own personal hero and others writing about a hero they've heard about.
Our project was our everyday hero and making a poem and the steps of how you make songs and stuff and just putting it all together.
We had to kind of think about who our everyday hero was and think about why they were our everyday hero. And then we had to kind of put it into a story.
My poem was about my grandmother and how she's caring for our family. She keeps us all together in one. She practically helps us all be together and love each other.
Finally, at Heights High School, students were each asked to write a song, using the themes they found while studying the short story, Sonny's Blues, by James Baldwin. Written in the mid-20th century, this story follows 2 brothers as they deal with life in Harlem. The students looked at their own lives and wrote songs that tied back to the story.
We would have to dig deep, not just like sugarcoat it and make a song up about happy good times. We had to actually think about what we were doing.
At first, I was like, I really don't want to do this, so I was just going to write stuff down. But then when I really started to get to writing, in the middle of it, I had to erase my whole thing because I really started getting into it and started coming from the heart.
Just like the 8th graders at Horace Mann, the students at Heights each wrote their own song, but the older students were also asked to write a chorus to tie the whole thing together.
Learning how to write a chorus, which you would think is easy, but really is summarizing everything that you have written about.
So I want you to say that first, I want you to say the first line. 5, 6, ready, and go.
To help the students at each grade level with their songs, Mr. Fowler went over his 6 steps to songwriting. Theme or topic, keywords and phrases, rhyming words, form, rhythm, and melody. These 6 steps help the students organize their thoughts.
The 6 steps to songwriting. I honestly never thought that there was that many steps. When I wrote songs for fun, I just came up with words and put them into the rhythm.
Students began by working on their theme or topic. Mr. Fowler had them use a graphic organizer as they prepared to write their songs, laying out the characters, setting, problem, and resolution. For keywords and phrases, students thought of words that were important in the telling of their story and made lists of those words. Next, they came up with rhyming words that could be used with their keywords. Then they worked on the form of their song, which helped them outline their song structure. Would their song follow the A-B-A-B pattern, or maybe A-A-B-B? The rhythm of the song included the number of beats in each line. And finally, the melody made the song a song. Some students chose to add a melody to their song, while others chose to recite their song more like a poem. The culmination of the songwriting project at each school was the final performance. For students at Linwood, that meant performing their songs as a group in front of the rest of the school.
Kind of nervous because there's a lot of stuff that you have to remember, all that stuff. And at least you got your friends by your side, so that gets the little nervous gone a little bit.
At Heights and Horace Mann, students shared their songs in a more relaxed setting, performing individually in front of their classmates.
Getting up on stage, and performing in front of everybody. So, I kind of was nervous and everything. Kind of like my first time being up on stage with a lot of people watching me and stuff like that. So.
Well, first, when I went up there, it was scary, but then when I started reading it, I just felt something like really nice to read it to all of them.
I was kind of nervous getting in front of everybody, but after a while, seeing people get up here and talk about what was deep and what was on their minds was a good thing.
By being with the crowd of people saying how I feel, how my song is, it's made me stand up to look like, okay, you need to stop being afraid. Maybe you need to learn how to speak up.
We were all really supportive. Some of us heard them in class, read each other's. It was pretty cool.
Whether performing as a group or on their own, students got a kick out of writing and presenting their songs.
Man, it was fun. I stood up on stage in front of a lot of people and performed my songs and stuff like that, what I had on my mind.
It made me feel happy because other people, when I see my class enjoying it, it seemed like I wasn't the only one just having fun and loving to write songs and everything.
It was really fun, and it helps you get out your inner you, your feelings, and it helps you learn the reality of how you make songs and put things together.
Throughout the songwriting project, the students at Linwood, Horace Mann, and Heights enjoyed working with Mr. Fowler. And they each gave their all as they worked to write the best song possible, completing their lyrical connection.
I was the type of person that over this whole program, I've changed my song about 7 times, and the last one was the best because that's what I really felt inside.
I thought I couldn't do it at first. I thought, this is hard, I'm not gonna do it, and I was giving up. But then, once you start writing and once you have something to write about your life and it gets personal, that's when everything just comes out and you don't even have to think about it anymore.
Fifth grade class, seating is closed.